Hi, I'm Mike Murray, and I'd like to welcome you to the SEO Is Not a Candy Store series. Why a candy store? Well, a lot of times I talk to business owners, they start to look at keywords and they say, that's the one I want. Yeah, that's the keyword. I'd like to have that one, and I'd like to have that one, and I want to rank for this one, and that's the word that represents me best. That's mine. So they just kind of grab at these keywords and they say, I want to be number one for that keyword. I'll settle for being in the top 10. Can you get me in the top 10 for that keyword? But they don't necessarily look at the bigger picture. Paid search, you spend the money, you get to be number one, no big deal. Search engine optimization's not that easy. It's not that free. It's not a shopping spree. You just don't go in and grab things. So in this series, I'm going to talk about how to frame things a little bit differently, how to get away from the mentality that SEO is like shopping at a candy store. I'm going to go ahead and talk about pricing, talk about web designers, talk about things that have maybe shaped that type of thinking that SEO is free. I don't know if it's maybe because SEO is kind of complicated and people kind of ignore all the factors that go into it and then they just kind of simplify it. I don't know if it's because that's right in front of their face and they get a little excited about the prospect of having 50,000 visitors to the website just because they saw a keyword. But what I want to do is use this opportunity, this series, to put things in a good perspective for people so they can understand how complicated SEO is. Sometimes people say SEO is not rocket science. Duh, of course it's not rocket science. I've heard some people say that SEO is BS, and they just come right out and say BS. It's not BS. It's a great trade. It's a great discipline, and it has fantastic results for the people who want to work with it. But again, the candy store, we have to get past that. So let's talk about, in this series, what it takes to do that, to get beyond thinking about a candy store and look at SEO as a serious discipline that takes a tremendous amount of work, a lot of good insight, and it takes a lot of effort to get a keyword to rank in the top 10 on Google to drive the traffic that a business wants, but it needs to make some changes before it can get there. Welcome to SEO Is Not a Candy Store.